Hi, it's April Beyer, and welcome back to yet another segment of Ask April, where I answer all of your dating and relationship questions and give you the advice that I know will have a huge impact on the outcome and the success of all of your relationships. Here we go.
April Beyer. She is the best of the best.
Yes, you have to update your list. In fact, get rid of lists altogether.
If you're constantly blaming the other person, you're never really going to get out of that negative emotion.
Traditions are traditions because they work.
The question of the day comes from Alyssa, and Alyssa writes, "Hi April, I was in a serious 2-year relationship with a man that ended 3 months ago. He was the one to initiate the breakup and didn't give me any real answers as to why. I'm still sad, confused, and feeling like I failed. I've tried to go out on a few dates, but every time I do, I just miss him even more. I know I shouldn't do this, but I've been comparing all of my dates to him and feel that they don't measure up to what we had together. We used to be so great together, and the first year of our relationship was perfect. I'm driving my friends crazy with my constant crying and talking about the way we used to be. I want to move on with my life, but I have no idea how to get over him. I know this is stopping me from meeting someone new. Please help." Alyssa, getting over someone is never easy. If it were, it would mean you didn't feel anything or the relationship had no value. But the goal is to heal as quickly as possible so you can get on with your life and find somebody who's actually a better match for you. Only you're going to decide how long you want to stay in this state of sadness and confusion. And I know it's tough, but you have to get to this point where your well-being and your happiness is more important than your grief. We don't always get the gift of closure with our relationships, so we have to find our own answers. I want to give you 3 action steps to take right now that will help you start to heal and make things a little bit easier for you. The first step, stop comparing the past with the present. I know it's tough, but avoid talking about how wonderful things used to be, because it's that constant comparison that's going to keep you stuck and sad. I want you to focus on how you're being treated and how you're being loved right now, because this is all that matters. Things were great for the first year, but things have changed, and you need to allow for that transition of time and feelings. Next time you're out with your friends, just stop yourself each time you begin to talk about the past. Also, it's a little unfair to you and the others in your life to compare new men to what you had with your ex. You guys had 2 years together, and you can't expect a new man to measure up to the bond and connection over a 1-hour dinner date. The next step is to realize that some relationships are seasonal and not meant to go the distance. Every relationship teaches us about ourselves. So, just because it didn't last doesn't mean it wasn't valuable or worth your time. Be grateful for the good memories and the journey. Here's a quick tip. Write down 5 things that you learned about yourself during this relationship. Maybe you learned how to be more trusting, more forgiving. Perhaps you learned that you have more work to do. Or you learned what you don't want as much as what you do want in your next relationship. By doing this, you're going to be able to see the purpose of your time with him rather than this empty feeling that you have right now. Your time with this man had a beginning, a middle, and an end. So I want you to get out of this pain cycle by feeling grateful for the time that you had and everything that you learned about yourself. You know, you both entered into this relationship and you both transitioned out of the relationship. So although he technically ended it, I truly believe that your Mr. Right would never leave you. Trust that you're exactly where you are supposed to be in your life. You know, one important thing that I've learned from years of creating introductions, there's always another train at the station. And you always end up with somebody that is much better suited for you in the long run. And finally, spend time on you. I don't want you to rush into dating or into another relationship to cover up this pain. Put your energy into what makes you happy and fulfilled. Find your passions again. Do activities that get you out of your head. And most importantly, be kind to yourself. A breakup doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. It only means that your relationship transformed into what it was really meant to be. If you're finding yourself comparing new men in your life with your ex, this tells me that you just aren't quite ready to date. And you know what? That is absolutely okay. You are never going to regret taking some time to do some self-exploration and experience your life without being attached to a relationship. We all tend to do our best processing and growth when we're alone with the time to think and feel. This was a great question, Alyssa. I know it helped a lot of people. I hope it was helpful to you. So thank you so much for your honesty and sending this in. I would love to hear from all of you and what has actually been the most helpful during a time of breakup. So please post those comments right below this video. If you enjoyed this and you learned something new, please like it, share it with your friends on social media and wherever you love to connect. I would really appreciate it, and you just might be helping someone else out as well. I'm going to be right back next week with another Ask April. And if you don't want to miss any of my advice segments, or you'd like me to answer a question for you, come on by and visit me at aprilbeyer.com and get on the list. Each week you're going to have a hot dating and relationship topic just waiting for you in your inbox. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you new beginnings and lasting relationships. I'll see you next time.